In this short video, I'm going to show you how you can create a raster based on a set of contours that you have. As you can see in my ArcGIS Pro, right now I have a set of contours over here for this area, but I want to convert this into a raster. Let me actually show the labels to you so you can see that based on these labels, if I zoom in, I have the contours for every 2 feet. Now I want to convert this contours into a raster file. In order to do that, I need to first convert the contours into a TIN. And TIN is an acronym that stands for Triangulated Irregular Network. TIN is a vector data structure that partitions geographic space into non-overlapping triangles. And then once we created this space, the structure, we can convert that structure into a raster. All right, so here are the steps. First, we need to go under Analysis over here and then click on Tools. And over here under Find Tools, I'm going to search for Create TIN. All right, so the first option should be the one that we are going to use. I'm going to click on that. The output, obviously, we need to set a name for it. So I'm going to create a name, my TIN. And then coordinate system, I'm going to select the coordinate system of the contours that I have over here. This is important to set the input features as the contours that you have. And also it is important to select the height field. The height field is essentially your elevation field. So if I right click on this and go to the attribute table, you will see that my height is not shape Z. It's actually elevation over here, right? So I'm going to change this to elevation and then close it right over here. And then these are optional. If you want to take a look at it, you can actually change the hard line into soft lines and so on and so forth. And this is essentially what you need to do, and then run this. Once you run this, after a couple of seconds, you're going to see that your TIN is created over here. These are the space areas based on the elevations that you have. Okay, and now what do we want to do? Let me actually, there we go. Now you can see it a little bit better. All right, so now what we are going to do is to convert this TIN to a raster. So I'm gonna come back to geoprocessing and search TIN to raster. And then again, the first item that pops up is the one that we are going to use. All right, let me actually check this off, and then the input TIN would be my TIN. The output raster, I'm gonna call it raster. Actually, let's call it my raster to be consistent. I want my numbers to be floating, and then the method of interpolation, it could be linear or natural neighbors. I think I have a video that I explain different methods of interpolation. And then okay, so you can have the sampling value over here, or you can specify the cell size of your raster. I'm going to go with the cell size. By default right now is about 5 feet, right? But remember that the space between my lines, the contour lines, were 2 feet. So I'm going to change this to 2 feet to get better accuracy, to get better representation essentially. All right, and once I have this, I'm going to click Run again. And after a couple of seconds, you can see now I have a raster. The lower elevations is 850, and the higher elevation is the lighter area, which is 1016. Okay, so let's change the symbology over here to something that is more representative. I'm going to change it to, well, let's change it to this one. So the lower elevation right now is green, and higher elevation is this white area that you have. This is the process that you can use to convert your contours into a raster.